June 11th, 2024. I was called and notified that a childhood friend of mine overdosed this morning. And he had been struggling with drug use for quite a while. And it made me think about how we all fight for peace. Either we are fighting peace as we use worldly ways to medicate to get a little bit of peace or what we think is peace, or we surrender to God's ways and fight the good fight of faith in order to have God's peace. To have God's peace is to meditate, think about, reflect on, give presidents, give honor to his word. God says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. I look at worry and fear in the troubled and afraid word usage. And those two things take away our peace. Strife strangles the life that God promised you. Worry is strangling the life from you. Being afraid takes life from you. And fear comes in different forms. There's fear of failure, there's fear of success. Yes, there's fear of success. There is worrying about so many things that could, should, would happen if I do succeed, if I don't make the right decision. And I take this from Bishop Bronner as he defined decision, a cutting away of all other choices except the one that you're choosing. Everything costs something. Having a husband or a wife, a child, a car, a house, a job, it all costs. A job is going to cost you time and energy, as well as whatever resources you need to show up to work, whether that's gas to get there or uniform to wear. A child is going to cost you time, money, energy, emotions, thoughts, same as a husband and a wife. A car, need I say more? A bus transfer, being homeless costs. It costs the comfort of being in a home. Everything costs. Everything costs you something. And you can have peace despite the cost that it takes to have things in life. Sometimes we get so caught up with the details, the possibilities of things that could happen, the responsibility of taking care of self, of a parent, of a loved one. of being mentally okay, of living up to someone's standards that they can't even meet, to living to societal norms through social media. Everybody that say they rich on social media is not rich. The key sign of brokenness is a lot of things being broken around you. Broken window at your house for months on end and not fixing it, or years. Things just not working around you. You not working or living up to your potential. You being unsatisfied with yourself. Not because of somebody else's expectation or you trying to keep up with something else, but you seeing your mirror and knowing that you're not living right. You're not feeling good about yourself. Depression is pressure to change but remaining the same. Suicidal ideation comes from looking in your past and trying to kill your past, but only refusing to see that you're killing your future. Suicide only kills your future. You can never kill your past because it is history. Your story, her story, history. And I can speak about suicide because I used to be suicidal. And when I heard that you can never kill your past, you can only kill your future, coupled with God promised you a future and a hope, coupled with, let's say, add to that, forget the past and press forward to your future. Add on to that Philippians 4:6-8. Be anxious for nothing. Don't worry about anything. Let your requests be made known unto God with thanksgiving, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. And if you don't know how to do that, meditate on these things, that which is good, that which is lovely, that which is edifying, good things. God tells you how to walk through what he asks you to do. Gave you Jesus as an example, who experienced anxiety right before he died on the cross with all power and authority, and could have bucked the system and been like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm finna kill all y'all. Legions of angels that is waiting on his command to do whatever he asked them to do. But he submitted to God's will. And even though it may not sound right, but we make God out of ourselves, and we dethrone God when we say we know better than God knows. Because we're going to continue medicating with the drugs, with the sugar, with the food, the gluttony, the alcohol, the anger, the bitterness, the meanness, however we medicate, the narcissism, the pride, the control, the refusal to let go. We kill ourselves trying to be God instead of letting God be God through us and shine his light to make his glory through our story. Because we won't just honor, obey, listen, and be guided by God's staff and rod of correction. I used to be depressed, and I realized I refused to change. I realized I was holding on to things, memories that I couldn't let go of. I wouldn't let go of. Let me correct that. That I wouldn't let go of. Oh man, when I was a kid. Oh man, when I was with this person. Oh man, I messed up with that person. Oh man, I didn't get it right. You know, I didn't get it right there. I didn't get it right there. So caught up and intoxicated with all the wrong I did, instead of being thankful for all the good that God allowed to work through me. Instead of recognizing that I'm a human being, and yes, I am good, bad, and indifferent. I have all of these traits and qualities, and I'm not going to be perfect. I just try to do better and cast my cares on God and release my problems to God. How do I do that? I said, Lord, help me with this, and keep trying. And those thoughts come to mind of, I am getting better. This is how to do this. I'll show you this. This person will come into my life, and show me better on how to do things, or be a helper, or whatever. People, it's okay to be hurt, but it's not okay to stay hurt. It's okay to have a bad day, but it's not okay to expect every day to be a bad day. We have to get up. We stand up. We have to stand for what is good for us, what is healthy for us, and stop subjecting ourselves to so many things that are less than. At some point, you have to recognize it's okay to grieve. Take time to be hurt. Find somebody that loves you so you can be heard, that cares enough to hear you. And if you don't know anybody, God will hear you all day, every day, no matter how many times you want to say the same thing over and over again. And the true sign of healing is I'm not repeating the same thing. I'm not looking at it the same way. I pray that this message helps you think about how you medicate, how you deal with your down times, and recognize that you can change your mind. You can go take a walk outside and enjoy the sunshine. Literally smell the roses. Literally take a walk. Even on a rainy day, you will be imagine how invigorating a summer walk in the rain feels. There is life on earth, and I'm not meaning surviving. You don't have to keep surviving. Survival mode can only last for so long before you wear out. You have to be able to thrive. Don't make decisions that put you in a bind, especially decisions of unforgiveness, meanness, maliciousness, evil speaking. Don't stay stuck in the negative when there's so much good out here in the world. No matter how much the news wants to bombard you with the negativity, turn it off. Turn social media, unplug sometimes. Just unplug. There are enough problems in the world without you being enamored with them, overwhelmed with them. You can't fight everybody's battle. That's why we have a God, and everybody has for everybody. You can only be what you can be for you and your circle, and you can't have a big circle thinking that you can be able to serve everybody in that circle. No matter how big a church is, that pastor can only serve so many people. You get the message from the pulpit. After that, you got deacons, ministers, stewards, etc. that will help you. But the pastor can only do so much. So I close saying, peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Peace be unto you.